Welcome back again. This is Suesueandthewolfman, the Wolfman, and as you'll see, Suzu's not here. She's in with the dogs. I had to go to an appointment on my foot today. She went with me and our son Joe driving, and she was going to stay in there and rest and make some breakfast. And also, she's not able to get around much, as most of you know right now. And look at my hair; it doesn't look great. And so it's just me, and this is what you get. And this look, I said yesterday, is love. So look it up. Go back yesterday and watch what these videos that I put out. This is going to go out later today on this channel. I also did something with this George from SilenceYperano Records included on it on my channel, and I would like for you to go check that out. It's pretty hilarious. So I'm not going to say what it is. You should be able to find it. But what am I going to do today? Well, first of all, let me explain why the video is up in the corner when I normally don't bring it in until I'm ready to watch the video. And the reason it is there is because I watched this video. I had this whole spiel planned out. Well, I said it on that video. I haven't watched it. I waited. I'm going to watch it, put it out. I had great reactions. Well, I watched the whole thing and realized I didn't have the video up. So I'm sorry about that. And so, disclaimer, I have seen this and I have listened to music. It's very, very, very good. I think you will like it. Now that it's up, this is a group called Medieval Death, and they are having their albums produced through SilenceYperano Records, and they actually make records, guys. They press records, and I didn't know that was still done. I mean, I know, but everything's gone, Spotify, MP3, and whatever. And but I have quite a few. I have about 1,000 records, which isn't a huge collection for a record collector. I've seen much bigger than that, but it was big for me. And as of yesterday, even I thought about, it's taking a lot of space. I'll give them away. I'll give my 2 turntable away. And there's a video, and I'll put the link in below as well. It shows them pressing the records. It's very, very cool, and I'm impressed. I'm hoping we'll get back to that. So here we go, Medieval Death, Moments of Silence, live. And I put live in quotes. You'll see why I say that. Here we go. Up there you see. I'll say this now and I'll back it up to the beginning. That the drummer looks like someone that I used to work with in the music store, and we sold instruments. We sold guitars, keyboards, and he looks like a friend named Del Rosiski. Del actually played bass. He didn't play drums, but he looks a lot like Del. And also, I didn't realize until over halfway through the video that I did before that you couldn't see that the guy in the lower hand left and the upper hand right, that's the same person, right? You'll find out, I'll tell you now that I found out that the lead singer could not be there. And so what they did was they took a clip of him singing and basically played around him, if that's what I'm to understand they did. Almost looks like a COVID thing, right? I think he said it was maybe done even around COVID. But I saw some of that, and you see some of that on YouTube where, you have people in different locations that play, because of the COVID deal. But so far, man, again, I've listened to the whole thing, and they're good. That drummer is extremely good. Bass player is good. Here we go. A guitar player is great. And one other thing I understand from George, he's 16 years old. I mean, that's amazing. I was okay. I mean, I wasn't even okay at 16, but I did play at 16. But playing like that, come on. Here we go. so I am going to pause it for just a second. The guy, the same guy, I don't recognize the guitars. The one on the headstock says Jackson, right? Is that a copy of? I know Charbel Jackson. I know Charbel. I know Jackson because I sold them. But that lighting style, is that is that a knockoff, like a, not knockoff, but is that a copy of like a Star? Was there a guitar called Starcaster that looked a lot like that? I could be wrong, and I'm willing to be wrong. As far as the bass player goes, he plays with his fingers, and I love bass players who play with fingers. And I'm not guys who play with their with the pick, and I've had people get really angry with me, the pick versus the fingers. But one of the best bass players I've ever played with, and I think he's one of the best in the States at least. And why he would play with me, I don't know. But his name is Vaughn, and he came from South Carolina, and he plays with his fingers. And he's one of the best, and so I automatically latched onto that. The drummer's very, very good. He's got a lot of power. Man, he's so solid, and his beat is solid. So I'm gonna try not to stop it again, but I'm digging it. So I love the title, dude. Medieval Death. It was the plague, dude. You know it was. That's nice. I saw the one last day. Okay, let's go to a double time here. Half time. Okay. There we go. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Let me say a couple things. Also, I didn't say this when I paused it earlier. Is the drummer set up left-handed and playing right-handed? It's hard to tell because he was using the tom, right? It was almost like a hi-hat. And notice that because it's, tom and snare, which is pretty common, I think, in that music. But then I noticed that the pan of the drums, he had his hi-hat on his right-hand side, which is traditionally that's set up for left-handed drums. And I don't know, and I'd like to know. But near the heritage there, they can all play their instruments. They're very, very good. This probably goes out to George, but are they? Is one of them the dad of the 16-year-old guitar player? I could see that. I don't know which one it would be, but I mean that happens a lot where the offspring come into a band, especially if they're that good. Why wouldn't you want your son to play with you? It's awesome. My only criticism would be I thought the mix on the main instruments on the four guys was incredible for not being in the same room. I didn't like the mix on the vocals at all. I think I'd love to hear them again with the vocalist in the same room, or other than sticking something. I think he said they just took it off the track and and fill it in. Nothing against the vocalist. I thought it fit very well with what they're going for with the kind of milieu they're playing in. I love this band. I think they're great. Now, yesterday, let me admit that I'll admit it that when George first reached out to me, he said Vorticus, and he said meet Medieval Death, and I did Vorticus first. And again, they just slayed me. These guys, however, I love this music. I would play this as I get older even more. Like I think I said yesterday in my video, I wouldn't have listened to any of this, 40 years, not even 40 years ago, 20 years ago, I wouldn't listen to it. Now I'm all about it, right? So I'd love to hear more. I'd love to hear more of Vorticus. I want to know what these guys are doing over at Iperano Records. I want to know where they go. Look them up, guys. I'll put all the descriptions. I'll put in the description below how you can reach out to those guys. I'll give you their website. They have a very cool intro. I love it. It's on their login, their homepage. I want you to take a look at that and tell me what you think. I'm not going to say any more than that. I think George will want to talk it up a little. I don't want to talk it. I don't know if he did or not, but just listen to it. I want you to please let me know if you feel like you need to let me know in a comment or a text or an email. That's fine. But I love it, by the way. It's funny to me. And both of these songs, now on their homepage, it's just Medieval Death and Vorticus. You can also find those two bands and those songs on YouTube. And so I urge you guys to reach out. It's been the best fun I've had in a couple of days is learning about this new stuff. I love new music, and no, this doesn't completely fit the tenure and style that we do here on Suesueandthewolfman, but I thought you guys might enjoy this. Go to my first like if you like this video, this whatever channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with your friends, especially something like this is brand new. Share, put it out there, please. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the notification bell so you can see when all our stuff comes out, but also when something new comes out that you don't know us to do. And I believe that's all. So go check out my channel, Another Cover Lover 62. Go check that out. I think you'll like it. As I said, George and a band he was in called the Cover Ups do a cover of Barbie Girl. I thought it was hilarious. Go watch it. Thanks, guys.